So grateful to have him here with us, and he will guide us through meditation and through the session of your calling. Here we go. Dr. Sailesh Rao, welcome. Please guide us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhinav. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. From untruth, lead us to truth. From darkness, lead us to light. And from extinction, lead us to immortality. I want you to close your eyes and imagine a world in which kindness is normal. A world in which all animals are not afraid of human beings, that we live in harmony with all life. A world which is green and blue. A world in which food is abundant, there is no hunger. What do you see yourself doing in that world? What is your calling in that world? And what is your calling in transforming to that world? I want to share with you a map of a world. Now, can you all see this now? Okay, good. This is a map that I had ChatGPT draw. Now, it said that these dots are approximate because it didn't have a database of all the vegan restaurants. But there are 10,000, over 10,000 fully vegan restaurants around the world. And those are shown in green. Orange are all the vegan rewilding projects around the world. And the blue dots are all the vegan product businesses, 100% vegan product businesses that are around the world. This is Planet B. This is the vegan world that we are building, that is all around us. That we have been building this in earnest for at least the last decade, if not longer. Now, if there was a ChatGPT, if I could ask ChatGPT to show the same map from 10 years ago, it would have been, much more sparsely dotted. I want you to think about this. We are living in extraordinary times. Consider the richest country in the world today, the United States of America. It is in the midst of the largest deportation program in its history. Despite that, people are complaining that groceries are still too expensive, housing is still unaffordable, healthcare is still skyrocketing, wages are not keeping up with inflation, and jobs are disappearing. An estimated 24% of American households are earning less income than their expenses, and therefore getting deeper and deeper into debt month after month. So as jobs hemorrhage, will they ever be able to dig out of their debt spiral in the foreseeable future? I don't think so. So maybe we need to ask, are these problems caused by immigrants or failed policies? But are they caused by consequences of systemic factors? So today the world stands at a crossroads. In addition to all these economic woes, the collapse of ecosystems, the cries of animals silenced by industries of exploitation, and the growing disconnection between humans and nature are not coincidences, but symptoms of a human-engineered systems that are operating past their use-by dates. But within these symptoms are also the seeds of transformation. Legacy systems built on false foundational myths of human supremacy, separation from nature, and endless economic growth are failing all around us because they have run up against the limits of the planet. Now, billionaires are openly bailing on planet Earth, urging the construction of new industries on celestial bodies such as the moon, which is Jeff Bezos' pet project, and Mars, which is what Elon Musk is saying we should do. They do this in order to preserve their billionaire status. But we don't have to follow their advice because we know that planet B is being built right now, that there is a planet B. It's already being built around us. So I want to invite you to join us, to join forces in 2026, which is right around the corner, under this shared vision of Planet B, which is a systems engineering framework grounded in compassion, truth, and the urgent need for a just and sustainable world. We can engineer a world like this. Okay? This is what I do for a living. Planet B envisions the deliberate reimagining of human systems to be in alignment with the life support systems of our planet. And we have no choice but to do this. In essence, Planet B is, number one, a systems-based solution to the ecological crisis based on principles of veganism, sustainability, fairness, and reverence for all life. Planet B is a metaphor for a regenerative future where humans live in harmony with nature and all of life. And Planet B is a call to spiritual, cultural, and lifestyle transformation, beginning with the immediate elimination of animal agriculture and the rewilding of our planet. Planet B is not a different physical planet. It is this Earth, transformed by our choices into a thriving, equitable, and life-affirming home. The time has come for all of us, vegans and vegan organizations around the world, to realize our collective strength. You can see from the map, we are all around in the world. Okay? Each of us have been working tirelessly for animal liberation, for planetary healing, for social justice, and for human health. But together, when we come together, we can channel these energies and amplify them through unified action. The Planet B vision offers this unifying framework for such channeling. It is a call to implement the greatest transformation in human history toward a compassionate, life-affirming, restorative system, along with a new identity for humanity as Homo Ahimsa, as beautifully envisioned by Judy Carman. This is not just about solving our environmental crisis. It is a core values transformation, a deeply spiritual, cultural, and civilizational shift that recognizes all life as sacred. So I have written about this in my books, Carbon Dharma, Carbon Yoga, and there is a Planet B, all of which can be downloaded from our website. I'll put the link in the chat later. This metamorphosis must be rooted in urgent, compassionate action, as if our planetary home is on fire, because it is. The four portals of veganism, compassion, health, ecology, and spirituality, give us the practical and ethical grounding to work together across traditions, across disciplines, and across cultures to urgently put out this fire and rebuild our planetary home. So we have to come together in this moment of desperate need to co-create an inclusive strategic alliance under the Planet B umbrella, to align on common messaging and campaigns that center the animals, planetary health, justice, and human well-being, to support the vegan rewilding solution as a pathway to true planetary healing. So we have to transform the various voices of our movement into a symphony of unity, speaking as one moral voice for all of life. 2026 is a critical year for us. We have to seize this moment and restore a semblance of sanity to the mainstream discourse that is currently dominated by the billionaires and their extraterrestrial schemes. The good news is that academics are now paying attention to what we are saying. Our paper on Planet B just got published in the prestigious Journal of Planetary Health. I'll put the link in the chat as well. So now we have the data and the systems knowledge. The need of the hour is to turn this data and knowledge into moral stories that awaken and inspire people all over the world. So please join us in January of 2026 for a month-long Vegan Convergence of the Peoples, number 24, VCOP 24, and find your calling in this planetary bucket brigade. At VCOP 24, we will gather to do a deep dive on the Planet B solution and continue our work within the 7 task forces that we formed during the previous VCOP 23 in Toronto. Number 1, on culture shift. Flood the culture with images, stories, role models, and products that make plant-based living feel normal, aspirational, joyful, and easy. Number 2, institutional change. High schools, hospitals, government programs, corporate cafeterias, everywhere food is served, to rapidly default to plant-based first. You hold on, let me stop sharing.
Now we can see the other slide.
Okay, let me stop sharing. Third is justice framing, which is link veganism to climate justice, food security, indigenous rights, racial justice, and public health. Make it morally obvious, not just a matter of taste or preference. Tech media leverage, which is TikTok, YouTube, Netflix, podcasts, mobile apps. We must own the cultural conversation. Short form storytelling, viral campaigns, humor, art. We must reach hearts before we reach minds. Next task force is on local models. Create plant-based communities that thrive visibly. Farms, cooperatives, villages, cities. They form the proof of concept for a vegan world. Create minimum viable experiments in 10 to 20 cities around the world. Next is accessibility. work to reduce cost barriers, increase accessibility, and dismantle the false image of sacrifice. Plant-based living must look and feel like abundance, not deprivation, because it is. And finally, leadership activation. Help religious leaders, politicians, educators, scientists, artists to acquire courage. We need leaders who are not afraid to say the future is vegan. The future is nonviolent. Let's build it now. So help us shape the future of our vegan world of Planet B. Please join us for WeCop24. I'll put the registration link in the chat and find your place in this greatest transformation in human history. I'm going to stop there and ask if you have any, and let's have a conversation around it as opposed to a monologue.
Thank you, Dr. Sailesh.
We put the 2 links I mentioned in the chat.
Yes, I will also share those links in our WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Copy and share them. And for next 30 minutes or so, let's have conversation. Let me make anybody unmute, but please raise your hand if you have a question. I will start with my first question so that you get also some time to think if you have any question or anything to ask. But my first question is here. If you have a question, you can put in the chat or raise your hand. Let him type the chat. Yeah, okay. So Dr. Sailesh Rao, the question which I have is, you have envisioned a vegan world in 2026, which is arriving in exactly 11 days. What made you be so bold and confident about that dream, and how are things going? But how did this dream come to you? How did this calling of making world vegan 2026 came to you?
Well, first of all, it was clear to me that the sooner we go vegan, the better for the planet. Okay? So it's a matter of as soon as you can, you have to go vegan. Okay? Now, the 2026 came about because I was doing calculations, which showed me that there is absolutely no way you can continue doing what we are doing beyond 2026. It's that it is, the nature has been screaming at us to transform, at least for the last 30 years, and we are not hearing it. But I think we are hearing it, but we're pretending not to hear it. Can I play a song? There's a song that Peter Thornton did after one of my presentations, because I normally go and give presentations to institutions and colleges and so on. I gave this presentation to a company called EcoZen in Pune. Now, Peter Thornton runs an organization called Metta Foods, the loving kindness foods. Okay? So you will hear the term meta food in it, and you'll also hear the term EcoZen in it. And I've actually adopted EcoZen as the equivalent of citizen. On planet Earth, there are citizens, where people live in cities, call themselves citizens. EcoZen are people who go live out in ecosystems and help ecosystems thrive. And that's what I see a lot of us doing in Planet B. I consider the people who go to Southern Forest as EcoZens. They're not citizens, they're EcoZens, right? So think of it in that, and let me see if I can, how do I play a music video?
Share?
MP3, it's an MP3, yeah. Can I do a share?
Yeah, just share that screen, that window in your
Okay,
system.
hold on. Also share tab audio.
Yeah, you can share the tab or window or entire screen.
Okay, hold on.
You choose entire screen. Maybe it will take even anything which is not on the browser. So it will take
Right.
system. Yeah.
See that? Okay.
Yet, yes. Now it is coming on the screen. Yes.
Can you hear it?
Not yet. Is there a option came to when you were sharing? There was
Okay.
option for share the audio also. There was a, I think, tick, some kind of, if you do, if you go to entire screen. Oh, to share audio, share a tab instead. I think entire screen does not have option. Only Chrome tab has. Is this
Okay.
song on YouTube or somewhere? Or no?
I can email it to you.
Yes. So I'll play it if you are right now doing email, or I'll share it with the people.
Okay. Well, let me just email it to you right now.
Yes.
Supposedly it went out to you.
Let me see. Meanwhile, I'll figure out, can we take the question from Vasant?
Yeah, sure.
Vasant, unmute and ask.
Happy morning. Thank you, Dr. Shailesh, for giving us that vision. Thank you. I'm talking from Goa. Actually, I was pretty disturbed with the Aravalli Mountains that are being, the Supreme Court, whatever has passed a law. So, I mean, and there are these disturbing messages that keep coming around ecology that is being taken for granted by the so-called powerhouses.
Mhm.
And it's amazing that this session is happening today, where this gives me a lot of support in terms of a community that is getting envisioned by people like you, and I'm sure there'll be thousands and millions of people who are putting their efforts to come together, so to speak. And I was talking to my wife, and I saying, it's time to go on the streets. And she's saying, don't be ridiculous. We have to run the cafe. So we have a small cafe that we run, and Abhinav would know that it's difficult to run a small organization like a cafe when there is no, kind of so-called influx of cash flows, and it
Mhm.
becomes a challenge in itself, though it's a beautiful thing, and we want to make it vegan very soon. It's not yet vegan fully, so we have the heart in the right place, but and we know that we should not be just get sucked into the media, so to speak. But this is a very I'm trying to be in the most vulnerable space and ask this question for many Vasants
Mhm.
who are listening to you, that uh, yes, today I got up in the morning and I'm listening to you, and I would definitely now kind of put my energy and effort to read about Planet B and read about all that's happening. But how do we stop like the current issue of Aravalli and many other mountains across India, which are planned to be chopped, if I can use brutal words like this, and
Mhm.
some are already being some destruction is already going. They are just
Right.
ripping. They're ripping. Yeah. So I'll just stop there, but just wanted to hear from you how do I make how do I put my voice out there so that we all are together saying no to this in whatever way. Thank you.
Yeah. We have a responsibility to speak up, and and but at the same time, I focus more on building the new than on fighting the old. Okay, because the old is dying, and these are the death throes of the old. They think that they can plan for the next 20 years. There is no 20 years in the old system. Okay, it's if they think they can this for the next 20 years, they're out of their minds. It cannot be done. Okay? We have 7 planetary boundary transgressions right now, which literally means that the Earth has 7 chronic diseases. 2 of them have been rated as high risk of destabilizing the life support systems of our planet. Imagine destabilizing the life support systems of a planet. It's like destabilizing your systems. If you destabilize your circulatory system and your immune system, let's say, you die because you create a catastrophic system failure when that happens. Now, we have studied millions of human beings, so we understand how human beings die. But we've only studied one planet. So it's foolishness to think that once you've destabilized, once you're already at a high risk of destabilizing the life support systems of a planet, you can continue doing what you're doing. It's foolishness to think that way. So I say we are in a fire. There's a planetary fire going on, and we have to put out the fire. And the only thing that I know that can address all 7 planetary boundary transgressions simultaneously is for the world to go vegan. Nothing else comes close to addressing all 7. And so I'm saying that now the academic community is acknowledging that. So they have, I was shocked when they accepted my paper to be published. Because I've been saying this, I've been trying to write it, and people have been sort of rejecting it, right, until now. But now they are open, they're hearing it, and they're now soliciting more papers from us. Okay, so I've been asked to come and do a couple of keynote addresses at academic conferences now after the paper got published. And they're asking for another paper to be published on details of Planet B. So the people are waking up and saying, okay, yes, that cannot be done anymore. And, and you can see the kind of chaos that's going on in the richest country in the world. India is, Indians can make plans because they think that the Indian economy is growing, right? But it's false growth. There is a lot of environmental destruction happening, which is not measured in this growth. And the sooner India wakes up to that, India can lead this transformation. India has an opportunity to lead this transformation, especially because India has one of the greatest concentrations of vegetarians in the world. And if the vegetarians go vegan, it'll instantly collapse the system. And it'll instantly cause everyone to want to build something new because you're going to collapse the system. It's because of vegetarians that there is cheap beef for McDonald's and Burger King. These are dairy cows that are being chopped up into cheap beef. That's why I say vegetarians hold the key to when this transformation happens. But there are other things already happening. Okay, so I say have faith. Have faith that no matter what you do, there is a whole universe behind you that's helping you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sailesh.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I resonate with you, Vasant. I resonate with what you are feeling. And we will together create the world which is ahimsa-driven, compassion-driven. We are together in this team. Let me try sharing that song to show the hope. Let me know if you can listen to the audio now.
The house is burning, but we're still sitting in the glow. Phones charged, lights on, pretending we don't know. But the forest is silent, the river's running low, and the flame on our plates is the strongest fire we throw. Put out the fire, put out the fire. Echoes and rise, this is your hour.
I think it stopped for some reason.
It's so beautiful. My internet is working. Okay, if you can hear me, then what happened? Let me retry playing it. Maybe in this mode.
Echoes and rise, this is your hour. 7 boundaries broken, the earth pushed past the line. Climate, land, species, fresh water, chemicals, nutrients, oceans in decline. Not danger, disaster in real time. Put out the fire, put out the fire. Metaphorians rise, this is your power. And here in India, one truth stands the same. Milk is not just milk, dairy feeds the flame. Cows and methane, fields and forests turn to grain. Politics, culture, carbon, all wired to the same chain. Every cup of curd is heat in the air, every block of butter is a forest repair. It's not a small habit, it's a planetary affair. Put out the fire, put out the fire. Echoes and rise, this is our hour. Energy fixes half the hurt, Dr. Rao made that clear. But food fixes the other half, the half that's burning here. Change the plate, change the land, change the future's atmosphere. Put out the fire, put out the fire. Metaphorians unite, this is your choir. Every millet, every fruit, every sapseed, every bean is water on the wildfire of a world we've never seen. Every oil-free bite is a river turning clean. This is not perfection, it's direction. Not pressure, but protection. A week of choices can cool a generation. A company's courage can ignite a nation. Put out the fire, put out the fire. Echoes and rise, this is your hour. Metaphorians unite, Metaphorians ignite, sharing love in the metazone, light in the path to a cooler home. Put out the fire, put out the fire. Together we rise, together we inspire.
Thank you.
Thank you for playing that.
Hey, adults.
I want to play this one also.
Okay.
So Kimaya is granddaughter of Dr. Sailesh Rao, And as per my understanding, she is the core force for everything what Dr. Sailesh Rao is doing.
Right.
There was a pinky promise with Kimaya and Dr. Sailesh Rao between both of them for him to make world vegan by 2026. And let's listen to Kimaya. And I think every time I listen to her, I get hope that we are on the right path. Here we go.
Are you ready for today's lesson? Come on in, sit down, and get ready to listen up. Today's lesson is on deforestation. Before Europeans settled in America, 46% of our land mass was forest. Since then, we've lost 256 million acres, mostly to agriculture. But why, you might ask, do we need so much land to produce our food? And the answer is because we eat animal products. And animal agriculture is really inefficient. Animal farming uses 83% of our farmland, but it gives us just 18% of our calories and just 37% of our protein. So really, we're just wasting that land. We can get more food from less land if we stopped eating meat and just ate plant-based foods instead. We're not the only ones on this planet. We share it with 8 million other species, but 1 million of them are currently threatened with extinction, mostly because of us. And one key reason they're under threat is because we keep cutting down their homes to clear land for grazing farm animals or to grow crops to feed them. It's crazy! And it's also not very nice. How would you like it if a bulldozer ripped down your home and left you with nowhere to go? Well, wild animals need their homes too. Trees are good for wildlife, for bees, butterflies, bugs, and birds. Trees are good for us because they make oxygen. And what do we need to breathe? Oxygen! And trees are good for the planet. They take carbon from the atmosphere and store it away. If we stop eating animal products, we can reduce the farmland we need by 75%. It can go back to nature, to all the animals who desperately need it. And we should start today.
One more, the proof of pinky promise. Here.
We gotta show our peace signs on our cheeks. So it goes.
Pinky promise for Vegan World 2026.
Thanks for that,
So
Abhinav.
are we doing pinky promise together? Here,
Yes.
all of us. Give us a pinky. Together. Here. We can do it. There's no doubt in my heart. No single doubt that we can do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we have next hand Vinita and then Lalitamba. Vinita, please introduce in short and ask or share. Vinita, are you there? Are you able to unmute? Going to next person, Lalitamba.
Hello, sir. Shubhodaya. I'm from Bangalore, Namma Bengaluru. Yeah, my question is, see, I'm a vegan for the last 1.5 years. As you said, it echoes everything, compassion, health, ecology. I am going more into spirituality, as in meditation, the breath work and all, we become more kind. But why people who are at home, they are seeing this, but we are vegetarians, it's only that. But it, as through Veganers Academy also have understood, right, that pushing them never helps. It only takes them that much away. So my question is, how long would it take for them to understand, right? They're not any small children, adults are there. How does it take and how much time does it take for them? That's number one. Number two, I have neighbors who like dogs, who have, or friends who have their own pet dogs, etc. But why is the feeling different when it comes to their own pets? Yeah, it is pet, they're kind to it, etc. But they themselves can be a non-vegetarian or feeding a non-veg to the dogs. What is your take on it? Thank you.
Yeah. Think about how you were 2 years ago before you went vegan. What was it that was holding you back? Or did you not know? Was it lack of knowledge? Or what was it that triggered your transformation? Can you tell me that?
Not being aware.
Not being aware, yeah. So some people, it is that lack of awareness, that they're not connecting what they're doing with what is happening around them. Ultimately, look, as a species, I think as a species, we tend to be a herd animal. So we go along with the flow. We are the biggest herd animal on the planet. Okay? And so we go along with the flow, and we want to stay in the herd as much as possible. This is why a lot of people who go vegan also go back, because they get pulled back by social pressures. But that's our strength as well as our weakness. And there is a process for how herd animals transform. How do they become a different herd? They go in a different direction. The way it works is that there are some explorers or innovators who go out and try something new, who say, actually, it's better this way. So it's a better system we are creating. So come along and join us. And initially, the main herd doesn't listen to you. They think you're crazy. And it's normal for that to happen, because if you're trying something crazy and it doesn't really work in the long run, and if the herd just joins you, it could destroy the entire species. This is why there is this hysteresis process where the main herd stays where it is. The conservatives stay where they are. They let the innovators go and try it out. But after a while, the innovators show that it's a better place. So you have to sort of prove, you have to become better yourself. You have to show that you're living a better life. Then it becomes the new normal. Everybody comes along. And the bigger the herd animal, the faster the transformation happens when it happens. So you get this slow increase, and then boom, it goes to the new stage, right? The new phase. And I'm betting that it's going to be this year. We have no choice. By 2026, we have to do this. Think of how fast we changed during COVID. So we are capable of changing extremely fast. It's just getting the leaders on board, getting everyone to acknowledge that this is the new way out. This is the way out for all of us. That going to the moon and building data centers on the moon is not that's not the solution to our problem.
Oh, I echo the point that you said. Every time they go to Mars, Earth is crying here, so much burning out here. What are we doing? How can we even go live there? Even millionaires, billionaires can go. Hundreds of them could go, but billion people are here. 7 billion
Right.
people are here. How do we change that? Other question, Dr. Sailesh, I just have one query. At home, when people go to, they all like ice creams, as I said. We are vegetarians, but ice cream is something that they all have. Somehow I don't like going it up. I don't go. Though we say family time, etc. I feel I am adding to that, though I may not have going there. But just going also, I feel, are we indulging ourselves too much into that? Out
Right.
of 5 times, if they go, 3 times I may not go at all. Is that okay? What do you say?
Well, yeah, I tended to, when I first went vegan, I actually increased my interaction with my family and my immediate family and friends. I used to go stay with family and friends, and they would ask me, why are you not doing this with us? And then the conversation starts, right? So this is how I try to spread the word as to why this is a better way of living. So I say, have compassion for them and know that they're going to transform, and maybe introduce them to, I mean, my granddaughter loved banana ice cream, what she called banana ice cream, which is just bananas stuck in the freezer for a while. She loved that, and so we taste change. And over time, people are going to realize that everything tastes great when you have that attitude of gratitude for what the earth is giving us. Everything tastes great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hema is suggesting next time you can take your family to a vegan ice cream place. There are quite a few in Bangalore.
Yeah. I was also typing that as you are Veganers Academy student, not going will lose 100% chance of spreading the message of kindness. Going has some chances, and we need to take that chance. We can't skip that chance. But not going, 100% chance, nothing is going to change.
Right.
RK, please go and ask.
Namaste, Sailesh. Very happy to meet you. In fact, I'm to once again say Dhanyavad. Because of you, I've turned vegan in 2019 in December. I remember, of course, we had met in Nehru Planetarium. And as a Vipassana meditator, I'm a student of Vipassana meditation, SN Goenkaji, where the core value is compassion and non-violence. It's a way of life. It's and we follow the law of universe in terms of way of living. So I could immediately connect with what you were saying, and it was like ignorance, or it was ignorance which I used to consider myself as an animal lover, feeding all animals. But then this, when you put forward the truth that hey, dairy and beef industry are two sides of the coin, and it's violence. So and our core moral code of conduct is getting destroyed. That very day I transformed. I decided that no milk products henceforth. And it's been a very great journey after that. So I'm very, very grateful to you. And as a vegan actor and a vegan singer, of course, I've been singing for vegan organizations. I would definitely want to know how we could collaborate as artists. Recently, I did something for YV Care, Vignesh Bhaya's organization, as an actor. So I'd be very happy to kind of offer my seva, for this cause in whatever way we can collaborate. I wanted to hear from you when you were talking about the culture shift and the different aspects, in the upcoming program you have. So with regards to artists, how could we collaborate? What's the things you'd expect from us, and how we can help make a better, vegan 2026 world.
Yeah.
I'm really inspired by the, your initiative, and I would like to know, of course, the way forward. For art, there may be so many artists like us who want to use, like, of course, I'm doing it in my way. It's not a major way, but how we could literally, collaborate on long-term basis, and I want to understand that part.
Definitely. Thank you so much for your service already. And I would say that this is the time for storytellers like you, because we have all the data, we have all the information. It's how do you convey it in a way that inspires people,
Right.
as opposed to it's not about shaking our fingers at them, saying that you're a bad. No, you're not. We are all transforming. It's a journey home to who we really are, right? Because none of us would deliberately hurt an innocent animal unnecessarily.
Right.
But then we do it 3 times a day, unknowingly, not seeing that connection. So it's helping people unravel that connection, and so it has to be through storytelling that awakens and inspires people. Documentaries can only reach a few, which is what we were doing initially. It reaches the intellectuals. Songs and mass media communications, like Bollywood movies and things like that, they can reach a wider audience. And that's where we are now. We need short videos, songs that tell this story of the imminent transformation. It's already happening. That's the message we should need to tell people. It's already happening. Join us. You can get left behind, come along and join us. And that's why I put that map out there showing all the vegan restaurants in the world, all the vegan businesses in the world. We are everywhere. Yeah, it's like a worldwide movement. You're joining the whole world in this transformation.
So how would we collaborate in the coming initiative you have next year for artists? I mean, what's the way they can collaborate? What I want to understand.
Yeah, so we are creating short videos for schools that we
Wow.
can go show in schools, and so we have these 4 characters called Viga the cow, who's constantly making healthy food. Okay, so she's like a food healer. And then we have Obi the pig, who used to be obese, but now he's got a headband and he's doing yoga and he's doing, So you have to show these animal characters who are inspiring the kids. So Obi is about personal health. And then Flo the chicken, who is healing the air, the atmosphere. So she's helping rebuild forests, regenerate forests because they can clean up the air. And finally, there's Micro the fish, who is cleaning up the ocean, who's helping clean the ocean. So these are the 4 animal characters we're using. And we are creating these short videos and short stories about these characters. So in that, there will be songs that we need to do, and that's where if you join the team,
Sure.
So come to the VCOP24. I put the link in the chat, and you'll meet the other team members who are working on these things. And then you can join the team and help them out. Everyone is doing it as volunteers. Everyone is a volunteer at Climate Healers. Yeah. Because this is our passion. This is our life. For the next year, I'm saying we have to put everything we have into helping people transform. Because clearly the current system has run out of ideas. They are talking about going to the moon, going to Mars. This is like outlandish stuff. And there is no way out. Even the richest country is running into problems, right? So they cannot tell us, follow us and you can solve your problems. Right? So yeah, it's that story is over. Planet A is over, in my opinion.
Great. Looking forward to collaborate. And I'll also, of course, share some of my work links with you. I have your number. So, I would love to definitely collaborate with you and in this initiative, this great noble initiative. And congratulations again on your initiative. I definitely look forward to collaborating with you in this great initiative.
Yeah, wonderful. All these things happened in the last few months. People have come together and they are creating all this, great content. So it's turning the data into content that can be consumed by people. They can understand what we're trying to tell them.
Right. Very right.
So there's no time for despair. We don't want them to have any time for despair. It's all about creating something new, about joy in the transformation, the joy of transformation.
Absolutely. Great. Thank you. Dhanyavad once again.
Sure.
Dhanyavad.
And congratulations for making the transformation. I didn't do anything. You did it.
Right. No, of course, but you were the instrument, or we say the madhyam, to at least, break the ignorance which was there on my eyes. Or it's not only not me, so many others who were there that day when you had that, talk and that session. So it was an eye opener. There's so many people like me in India, maybe so many meditators also, who whenever I meet, I try and explain. because they don't
Mm.
understand 2 and 2, 1 plus 1 is 2. They are just looking in isolation. But when we're talking of basic moral values, moral integrity, what they call Shil Sadachar, they're not connecting
Mm.
that this is, this is a violation of your basic Shil and Sadachar, or,
Mm.
moral code of conduct. But so,
Right.
at least with the way you had put things forward, it became very clear. So I'm very grateful to you, and that made my transformation very easy that very day. So I'm grateful to you for that in my journey. And of course, since then, of course, I've been involved with a lot of vegan organizations, doing whatever I can, as and when I perform. So
Right.
I mean, I'll obviously be grateful to I'll be happy to kind of rather offer my singing and acting talents, or whatever talents I have for your cause, for this cause
Wonderful.
actually.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, to me, it is, I do my thing and I move on. I don't know what ripples I caused because I'm just an instrument. Just like you have, I'm sure you have caused similar transformations to happen in other people that you don't know about. You will hear about it later from people. So we are all at it. Okay. We are all in this together. Millions of us all over the world,
Yes.
helping humanity transform.
Yes, Abhinav Bayas is doing a great initiative. For quite
Absolutely.
some time, so hats off to the entire team of Ubuntu as well, for their great work.
Right.
Thank you.
Welcome, Bhaiya.
Thank you, everybody. I will share the email ID of Dr. Sailesh Rao also in WhatsApp so that you can reach out, collab, do things. Seeing the time, I'm going to stop the recording here and ask Dr. Sailesh Rao, do you